Hi there, welcome back. I've gotten a lot of viewer mail that says, hey Lou, do another cooking video. So today I'm going to come at you on this beautiful Sunday morning and cook hot cereal. A lot of people call it hot cereal, hot oatmeal. So we're going to take packets of instant organic maple brown sugar. It is organic. USDA deemed it as organic. And we're going to do 2 bowls. I've already filled this with water. For those of you in other places besides Philadelphia, water. This is a pot of hot water. You can hear it sizzling. It's just about there. And what we're going to first do is I like to shake the pack so all the oats of the oatmeal falls to the bottom. We're going to rip it off. There are directions, if you have trouble with this, on the back of the side. I'm making 2 bowls for me and my daughter Hannah. Again, we shake it. I like to hold it with a thumb and the rest of my fingers on the outside of the bag. Tear off. There's no crumbs coming out of the top of the ripped things that you can discard. Putting it in the bowl. Use a clean bowl, actually. I'm going to throw this. This is paper. You can recycle it. Now, I also like to use, go a little old-fashioned here and make the bowl a little more formal. I mean, let's bring the camera here. It's not really filling the bowl. So you want to add a little gluten-free, old-fashioned, or Nature's Path organic oats. Because the instant oatmeal is a bit sweet, so this is just oats of the oatmeal. Water's just about ready. Now you can also add in some unflavored. I do recommend the unflavored. I've tried the other ones. They taste wretched. This is bulletproof collagen protein. Take a scoop, throw it in both, seal that up, keep out moisture. Oh, here's the other one. This is the protein superfood, plant-based. It's by Amazing Grass. It is not an amazing taste, so I definitely recommend the bulletproof. And now we are going to pour in the hot water. Have your I would do a large tablespoon. I'm using a stainless steel one. It is not silver. And there goes mixing that in just so all the elements here are wet with the hot water. And there you have it. Don't forget to turn off the burner. You don't want to waste. And there is the lovely dish. Thank you. Signing off from Lou's Red Kitchen. So long. And now for our young listeners, a lesson on antibodies. Antibodies, the word of the day. Hi there. I'm Dr. Marion, and I'm here to tell you about antibodies. So antibodies are part of our immune system. What is the immune system? It's our system in our bodies that is used to fight off infections. So there are 3 types of the usual infections. You know, if you cut yourself outside, you scrape, you fall off your bicycle, you might have bacteria getting into the cut. That is a bacterial invasion. There's also a virus invasion. Viruses are the #1 causes of the common cold. It makes you have a sniffle, a sneeze, a cough, a sore throat. That's viral. And a virus is actually not a living organism. It's just an encapsulated amount of genetic material that is used to invade the body. And then the third way is a fungus. So if you didn't wear a flip-flop in a strange shower or a public shower, you might get athlete's foot, which is a common fungus. But my main point here in discussing antibodies with you is that I think when we don't know about something, we tend to fear it. And there's a lot of fear going around. I see a lot of people really scared, and it is a scary time, but it doesn't have to be so scary. The coronavirus is around. It has invaded many countries, as you all know. It has made our lives change. We're all going around with a mask. We're all mandated to wear a mask. And the coronavirus is a virus. So it's a virus. Our body has seen viruses before. So when you look at the coronavirus, and that's depicted by the ball in this picture, or the balls in the picture with the little spikes on it, antibodies are needed to attach to it so our bodies can fight it. And when someone tests positive to the coronavirus, it means they have, or their body has seen and been invaded by the virus. And there's two types of positives that these tests can reveal to us. So in this picture, we have a depiction or a drawing of an antibody. An antibody is Y-shaped. It's often called IG, which stands for immunoglobulin, and it's often followed by a letter, IgA, IgB, D, M, G, and these are types of antibodies. Testing for coronavirus involves two antibodies. If a patient is positive and needs to be quarantined, they're often positive for the IgM antibody, which is an acute antibody that means they've had an infection or they're infected right now and they're a carrier and they need to quarantine for at least 14 days or until they test positive, negative for IgM, but positive for IgG. So IgG is the second antibody that's often tested for. IgG simply means they've had an invasion of coronavirus, but they've built up an immunity, or at least a temporary immunity, with IgG. These are antibodies that are more like the memory antibody of our immune system. They know, they've recognized the coronavirus or a specific virus that's being tested for, or bacteria, and they know what to do. There is a debate now whether that immunity stays. Some patients actually have had positive tests for antibodies and then unfortunately have caught the coronavirus again. So there's still scientists and medical researchers are still working on why that is so. And of course, they're still working on a vaccine that could protect us all. And one further thing with this drawing is that at the top of it, you see antigens. Antigens are on the bacteria or the invading virus, and antigen binding sites are on the antibody that attaches or flags the invader. So kids, let's say this tabletop or bar top is the bloodstream right here on this counter, demarcated by the walls of the wood or the walls of the veins or arteries, and we've got a red blood cell coming on through. She often encounters objects. We obviously know that these are sea glass things. She encounters it. The antibodies know what it is. They stop, they flag it, they take it away, and she goes along her merry way. This is a memory antibody called IgG or immunoglobulin G. It's an antibody that knows what this infection is, or this insult is. We know it's sea glass, so he clears the way, and she goes along her merry way in the bloodstream. However, if she encounters something totally different, let's say this is the coronavirus, these little spikes here, she doesn't know what it is, he doesn't know what it is, they call for help, they call in the big guys, and he comes over and investigates. Actually, this is the first time little people had legs, for those over 40 years old. But that's not the point of this video. So he comes over and inspects it. He does not know what to do with it. He does, though, create an antibiotic response, antibodies response to remove it, to clear the way. However, this now means that the body and the individual is COVID positive. So again, there are two types of positives. One, you can have antibodies, and as they clear it away, he teaches his buddy over here, the IgM, hey, you can clear these away. This is how to do it. So they clear it away. Remember, IgG is the memory antibody. IgM is the acute antibody. So it depends on how a person is positive. If a person is positive with IgM, it's an acute infection. This person is COVID-19 positive. They have to be quarantined. If it's an IgG positive, it means that the person had a infection by the COVID. They fought it off. Whether or not they're immune, scientists and medical researchers are continually working on that. However, we don't know that at this time. However, they are not infectious, and therefore they can go on their merry way and not have to be quarantined. So this is just an example using toys. So back to the real bloodstream, kids. You got the red spherical objects, it's the red blood cells, the Y-shaped antibodies. They will attach to foreign invaders like viruses, bacterium, or fungus, and flag down our white blood cells, which will eventually destroy the invaders. So again, I just wanted to review that about COVID testing, antibodies, and that is the word of the day, antibodies.